Hello guys, how you doing? Now listen, I'm here in Bucharest, and I'm going to be heading back home in a week or two. I'm enjoying my trip here pretty good. Now, here's the thing. My channel, Financial Turmoil Explained, I'm working on there, and I'm also working on here. I'm reporting in here from Bucharest. They had a terrible ice storm. Oh my God. It just rained, freezing rain for like 2 days steady. And I'll tell you, I was a little bit worried, and I'll tell you what I was worried about. I was worried that the power might actually go off in the city of Bucharest, and of course I'm staying in accommodations in a hotel, and I was worried that the lights might go out in the motel and the heat would go off, and that I was worried when the ice the power did go out a lot in the countryside around Bucharest. Trees fell down across power lines everywhere. They had an awful mess. Ice coated everything. Of course, I stayed in my motel room the whole time. I was really worried that the power might go out. But you know, there's an awful lot of stuff happening in the world right now. But news has kind of settled down a little bit. The yellow vests, you know, in France, they now have red scarves. And the red scarves are not really on the side of the yellow vests. They kind of, I don't really know if they're on the same, they're not really on the same side, and the yellow vest protests are settling down just a little bit. In other places in the world, there's not an awful lot to report on cryptocurrencies right now. Cryptocurrencies are going through a period of almost like a boat that's out on the ocean, you know, and its sails don't have any wind. This is what it's like. I think they call that the doldrums when they're out on the ocean in a boat. Anyway. Listen, I got some film footage for you guys to watch. I went out on the street in Bucharest today, and I filmed the ice storm, and I found some awful pretty flowers, some vendors, and these are local Romanian people that bring flowers in, I guess, from the country and sell them here in the city. They probably farmers, to tell you the truth, and they're very down to earth, the people that live on the farms out in the country here in Bucharest. I would almost call them salt of the earth. You know, they're just like very nice, probably very nice people. So anyway, they're in here selling flowers, and I walked down the street and took a look at a few of the sites and stuff, and I put it on here for you guys to watch. I think while Bitcoin is in the doldrums for a little while, I'm going to be doing more of my standard stuff that I do more here on the Delta Report. As soon as Bitcoin starts to move again, we're going to be doing more Bitcoin reports. But probably only maybe one or two, maybe one Bitcoin report a week right now, because we're in a period of malaise where Bitcoin's not moving much. So without further ado, I really want to thank my viewers out there who support my channel. And without further ado, here's the streets of Bucharest, me walking down the street filming this morning, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Bye-bye for now, guys. Hello, guys. How you doing? Here in Bucharest. Let me switch the camera around this way. What we got is an ice storm. As you can see, all over everything. Heavy, gobby layers of ice coating everything. As you can see, the city, it's all over the sidewalks. It's starting to melt today. Eh? Ice was all over everything. Look at this car. A coating of ice on it. It was quite an ice storm, evidently, the other night. They actually feed the pigeons on the ground here with the food, and they're picking through it. See the pigeons picking through the food here. Ice is falling off of the buildings. Starting to break off and melt off of the cars too. Had an awful bad ice storm. An awful lot of trees fell down and everything else, and crushed cars, and did an awful lot of damage to everything, you know. Here's a store. They got lots of merchandise on sale here. Price reduced 50% off, stuff like that. And there's an awful lot of stuff happening in the city.
Awesome.
You gotta be awful careful of taxis here. They run you over. Try to hold the camera steady. The taxis will actually run up on the sidewalk here, and they can actually run you over from the sidewalk. Here's one sitting up on the sidewalk, as you can see. Let's go onto the street corner right here and get a look across the road, you know. Oh, look at that. There's actually a tractor over there in the middle of the street with trees on the back of it. See it going? You gotta be awful careful of taxis. They'll run right up over the sidewalk. And a ride in one of the taxis sometimes feels like an insane adventure. That was a big gob of ice falling off of those poles up there, and it fell down and it landed right here. You gotta be very careful of falling ice. Look what just landed right there on the ground. Got to try to stay underneath the eave here so that the ice doesn't fall on your head. Just got a good whiff of sewer gas coming up out of the sewer there. Here's a store. I guess they sell hookah pipes and stuff. I see a hookah in there anyway. Lots of cigarettes and tobacco and everything. I wonder what they sell in there. Anyway, here's another store. Here's a small shop where they sell fruits and vegetables and different kinds of things, bread and all these different kind of things right here. Mini market. Try not to jiggle the camera too much. I'll try to hold it steady. Oh, look at all the beautiful flowers. I love the colors, you know. They look very nice. Very nice, pretty. Pretty flowers. Huh? English? Yeah, English. They're pretty flowers. Oh, look at these. The beautiful flowers. Now look at these trees over here, just coated with ice. You gotta be awful careful. I better get underneath the eave here because the ice might fall.